When I was 16, my whole world was turned upside down. I made one of the most horrific decisions in my life, and it cost me. I was charged with first-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and sentenced to 2 natural life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. And I've served 31 years in prison. And my life has been a disaster. What's up, y'all? This JD with Redemption King. Yes. Today, man, listen, man. For y'all out there in the world that hate for no reason, y'all, hey, man, listen. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Why hate the next man or person? It's because they moving up in the world. Because they doing their thing, or they got this or that going on. You know, don't hate, congratulate. And that's the title of what we talking about today, y'all. Prison stories that, you know, outline the hate and outline the congratulate. Let's start out with the haters first, though, because I got a bone to pick with haters. I always got a bone to pick with haters, absolutely. And you know, this story, it starts off a little bit about myself, you know, because I had been involved in situations in prison as well. You know what I'm saying? I had little babies that liked me. I had one that was crazy about me. And me and her was riding for a long time. I'm talking about a long years time. Absolutely. And you know what? We was doing our thing, and I'm not gonna put her out there, but I will tell you this here. A lot of people hated on what they didn't even know about. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ain't put myself out there to allow a person to get in my business. You know, but the way I carried myself, the way doors opened up for me, it invited the hate from people I didn't even know. See, listen, you know, it's some dudes that you come across in prison that got it. And when I say got it, I mean, you know, for people like me, you know, that's always learning, always trying to better myself, when I see another person who got it, I congratulate. Sometimes I even look like, bang, what can I look at? This dude here, man, everything he got going on popping. You know what I'm saying? He taught his talk, he got money, you know what I'm saying? How he dressed, you understand? He going home soon. All the girls at him, all the girls popping up because he a prospect. Listen, just because you go to prison doesn't mean that you're not a prospect, because everybody in prison ain't got life sentences. Some people got 2 years. Some people got, 12 months. You understand? These people was lawyers, doctors. These people had high-class business. Some people ended up having suspended license, you know what I'm saying, or domestic violence, or, one day they got pissed off and, DUI. Everybody ain't in there for murder, robbery, and all that other stuff. You got some dudes that come up in there that got some money. They got something to think with, and their look shows it. And you got these dudes in prison, man, that hate on these people unceremoniously. They hate on them for no reason. I done seen pure evil inside prison when people hate on people for no reason. One of the biggest things that I done seen, one of the stories, that I seen that outline the hate that I'm talking about, man, that's uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? Why would you hate on the next man and his come up? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do him in for that? You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. I had a partner, and he had people, and his people was messed up about him. I'm talking about, she was ready to go, quit, leave her job, all that stuff, just to be with this young man. You know what I'm saying? Give up everything she got to be with this dude that she don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Not truly. You feel me? And he couldn't handle her. He couldn't understand her. He couldn't slow her down. He couldn't, control, what they had because she was out there. I mean, she took pictures, you know, she painted this dude's name on her fingernails. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, she every time this dude come around, you know, she glowing. And you know, the only people that sit back, now the police, now, if they put themselves out there in front of the other officers, then they need to get popped. You know what I'm saying? But these inmates that sitting around, they looking, they policemen too. They eyeing too. When this dude come back in the dorm and he might have an extra sandwich or, you know what I mean? You might even catch him with some Subway sometime. These dudes hate, man. And they hate in the most unceremonious ways. You understand what I'm saying? You know what they do? We had one dude in my dormitory. This dude here was such a hater. He'd sit up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning with his notebook and write down everything he see in the dorm. And he had to leave it for the sergeant in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about getting them dudes, I mean, and then when you in there, it's count time, everybody waiting, you know what I'm saying, so we can get counted and get off our bunks. Man, you got 10, 15 officers coming out. And you know what bunk they going to. They go to their bunk, my dog bunk, and I guess you know. They lock him up, ship him. You understand me? The female, she gonna quit anyway because the backlash on what people assume pushes her out the door. But let me tell you something, man. I done seen even more hate than that in prison when it comes to that type of vibe. I done seen dudes catch a female in prison and the girl be messed up about them, do anything they want them to do. You know what I'm saying? Ready to marry them as soon as they get out. Because these girls be vulnerable like that. You understand what I'm saying? And they see these good-looking dudes, they fall for it. I mean, it is what it is. It happens on the streets and it happens in prison. But this is the thing, you know, you might have the girl handling her business, doing everything she's supposed to do, and this dude do something slip and end up going to jail. And it ain't about the female. It's about something stupid he done. You know that these dudes would tell on a female just to get themselves out of jail. Now this girl got her home, car, business, children, whatever she got going on out there, and she fall for you, but you, cause you don't know how to handle your business. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's hating. That's a hater. A person that, you know, will be willfully pull your feet down so they can be better. You understand what I'm saying? See, I come from the old school, y'all. When I first came to prison, man, I seen somebody and they was fly, had swag. I congratulated them. You know, I congratulated that person. Why wouldn't I want to? You understand what I'm saying? What do this dude got that attract that I can add to myself? You know, because there's things in here that we can learn from the next person that we can add and acquire that knowledge to better ourselves. You know, when they made an airplane, you know, the first person that made it, they made it. The second person that made it, he made it better than the first person that made it. You know what I'm saying? Then somebody came along and made it better than that person. Now you got jets, supersonic, you got all kind of stuff going on because of that same thing. It wasn't no hating going on, it was congratulating. Hey man, listen, you did that, I'm gonna do it a little better. You know what I'm saying? I congratulate you on that. Let me learn that and let me make it a little better. See, that's what this thing is about. It's about becoming the best version of yourself without pulling the next man down. Absolutely. What would you hate and you can congratulate? See, a lot of people don't know the science to this. See, it's a science to giving props what props do. See, giving props what props do is just like planting a seed. You plant that prop can come back to you. See, I got plenty of props and doors open for me just by congratulating. One time, one of my closest friends, man, I don't know if I told y'all this story, but one of my closest friends, man, how we met, he stepped to me, he was like, listen, man, he said, check this out. He said, I know you don't know me and I don't know you, and I ain't no hater. He said, I see that you got yourself implanted in this environment in prison. All the officers know you, they vibe with you. When they see me walking down the breezeway, they say, "Wait, JD." I'm like, "Wait, man." You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no, me put my head down and all that stuff there. Cause I was at South Bay for 10 years. Who don't know who in 10 years? You know what I'm saying? I came there 19, left 29. You feel me? I came there a kid and left an adult. You feel me? And my dog, he was like, "Listen, man, you know all these people, but you ain't making no money." I was like, "What, man?" This man showed me about $3,000 in prison, cash. I said, "Man, how you get that in here?" You know what I'm saying? How did you make that in here? You understand what I'm saying? He said, "Man, listen, if I tell you I had to kill you," I was like, "We ain't doing no killing here." But he was just playing with me. You know what I'm saying? He told me, he said, "Man, listen, in order to receive things, you got to plan them." I said, "In order to receive things, you got to plan them." He said, "Yeah." He said, "You know what? I had me a nice chunk on. I had me a nice watch on, because I like little watches, rings. I like little chains. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing too flamboyant." He said, "Man, give me all of that stuff." I thought that stuff made me look good in prison. You know, I was just chasing females. But this dude was chasing money, and the females chased him because of it. You understand what I'm saying? So, I wanted to flip my whole thing open. So I gave him all my jewelry, man, everything. And man, listen, I came up from there, y'all. I got my chain back, got my watch back, and I took off from that with him, with my dog. We hung out. I mean, we just, we did our thing. I just tell you that. We did our thing. We did our thing in the most righteous way. What me and my partner used to do, we used to go and we used to buy, cases of chicken from the officer or the supervisor. We'd get him $100. "Here, let me get this case of chicken." Get him $100. We'd take this case of chicken and we'd take some French fries. We'd fry all this 100 pieces of chicken, fry all these French fries. And my dog, he was Jamaican, so he made hush puppies and all. I don't know how you make hush puppies in prison. How you make dumplings in prison? Man, these dudes are engineers, man. I don't know how they do it, but they did. But we had hush puppies, we had dumplings, chicken, French fries, and we sold these plates for $5 and $10 cash. So people keep asking me, "Man, how y'all get money in prison?" But listen, man, at South Bay, we had it going on. Man, they used to have boards where you would hit something. You don't get soups and chips. You might get $1,500 to $2,000. Now listen, y'all, this stuff ain't going on today at South Bay. I'm talking about in the 90s, way back when I was back there. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them people catch y'all with that. Now you going in like Flynn. You hear me? Absolutely. But back in my time, when things was a little bit more settled down, you feel me? That's how we ate. That's how we ate. We ate, but we also congratulated each other. You know what I'm saying? If I see a dude catch a stallion, you got some dudes that catch. I catch me a, you know what I'm saying? I'm in prison. I don't complain about nothing. I got life sentence, but I got to complain about it. But you got some dudes that catch stallions. I mean, not a male stallion. I mean, they catch a female whale. I mean, beautiful, got their stuff together, got it going on. But some of them dudes be like, "Man, I'm getting out of 6 months. I'm getting out of 3 months." So some of the females risk the 3 months that they got just to see what this cat about. That's where it is. You feel me? So, even though things like that go down in prison, and a lot of people look at that as being wrong, and in a sense it is. But I never hated. I only congratulated people that I felt was trying to do more with the little that they had. You understand what I'm saying? See, one thing in prison that people do, and it was my story as well for a long time, prison is a place for punishment. That's what it is. Prison is a place of punishment and rehabilitation, but is it ever really just white and black? Some people call some things gray areas. And in prison, you got a lot of gray areas. You got a lot of red tape, black tape, and then you got a lot of gray areas. See, the red tape and the black tape is for the officers. The gray areas is for the inmates. Because the inmates move in the gray areas. You understand? They move in the places where, you know, an officer wouldn't go. An officer wouldn't think they would go. That's where they move at. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the dudes that move in these areas, sometimes they can be, you know, off base. Sometimes these dudes be haters. Sometimes these dudes, you know, get into your world just to corrupt it. They're like viruses. You know, you meet them, mingle with them, next you know you leaving with it. His sister, daughter, and all kind of different junk you got going on with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it is up in there, man. Why hate? You know what I'm saying? See, congratulating a person allows them to understand where they at. See, I'm gonna tell you something. I learned that the hard way. See, one time, you know, I know this dude, me and him was real good friends. Well, we really wasn't good friends. And this was before I got locked up. You understand me? A dude had stepped to me. He was like, listen, man, you know, boy, you dress fly. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. The dude dressed fly too. You know what I'm saying? So I told the dude he dressed fly. The dude went and told some other people that I'm jocking his clothes and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I went and stepped to the dude like, man, why would you tell these people that I'm jocking your clothes and spreading these things about you? You know what I'm saying? I act like I want to get down. And I'm just congratulating. I'm not hating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got me booked. He had a Michael Jordan whole outfit on. He had me whooped. Dude did his thing. What you hating on me for? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to congratulate you. You feel me? That thing turned into something ugly. So when you get into prison, it's even more uglier than that. The hate. And you know why I say that, y'all? It's even more because in prison, y'all think it's like crabs in a bucket out here. In prison, it's like, you know, lobsters and king crabs in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these dudes here do not play. I mean, these dudes here will write your life story and you won't even know about it. Right in prison. You know what I'm saying? I've been to some camps where the officer will come out and he'll tell the inmate, he'll be like, hey, you know, I want to make an announcement. I don't want no more snitch letters. Let me do my job. Let me do my job. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody helping me do my job. Don't bring no more snitch letters to me. Let me catch them. I enjoy catching people. Man, these people can't even do their job no more. The inmates do it for them. They give them the letters, the paper. They give them the whole, hey, he's going to be in room 8 around 2:30. He's going to be wearing black nights. It's normal blues. I mean, give him play-by-play. Play-by-play. You know, and see, a lot of y'all hear me just talking about, you know, the bad thing. You know, people watching dudes that's ain't got no business doing what they doing, you know, and they hating on them. But what about the people that are doing what they doing? What about the people that, you know, are going to class, are going to school, ain't trying to stab nobody, trying to live right? You know what I'm saying? They just coming to do their time. Shouldn't them people be congratulated? Or should they be hated? See, you know, they are hated more than the people that's over here doing their thing. See, the people that's over there doing their thing, you know, the people that they may hate on them, but at the same time, they scared of them. So when they hate, they really hate. Because they know if anybody find out about this kite, I'm finna ride on this dude, they going in. You know what I'm saying? So it takes some heart to do that. It takes some heart to sit up late night and write and all this stuff. The people, they got heart. Them called lobster haters. You know what I'm saying? Now, the haters I'm finna talk about right now, they call king crab. These dudes king crab. They hate on you for no reason at all. You can be a chaplain orderly in a church. You were offering people to welcome them in, giving them napkins, you know, church was sweet in the chain gang. You come there, you get some cookies, milk, some coffee. You get everything. And some people ain't even saved in the church coming in there. The only thing they come for is the cookies and the milk and the coffee. You know, but they hear the word, that would count. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they coming for. When I first came to prison, I never went to church. The reason why I didn't go to church because I seen too many things in church. I seen people on the back pew, in the bathroom. This is the chapel. I'm like, man, what's going on here? I thought we supposed to be praising the Lord up here. What these dudes got going on? But God taught me that, man, listen, you the church. The church is not a building. You the church. So, you know, what we got going on is what we got going on. You know, don't let them divert you from my word. You know what I'm saying? And follow my path. And that's what I did do. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, that didn't negate nobody from hating on me. Man, I used to sit in my bunk, y'all, every night and play my little video games. Listen to my little music. And one day, somebody came over to me and they knocked on my bunk. And I was so into my tablet, they had to knock again. When I looked up, it was 5 officers around my bunk. So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking like, dang, this is it. They would have put me on my head or something. And so they like, can you step off the bunk? I step off the bunk. And so they said, hey, listen, bring him to the bathroom. So they took me to the bathroom. They stripped me butt naked, made me squat and cough, told me to stay in the bathroom. They asked me, they said, listen, is anything on your bunk, in your bunk that's gonna cut me or that we need to know about? I was like, listen, I'm clean as a mosquito's Peter. You know what I'm saying? You can check it and see. You feel me? So they went back to the and listen, they tore my bunk, my locker, they tore everything up. I'm talking about stuff was everywhere. And I came back to him, I was like, man, I said, one of the officers, I was like, you know, I wasn't scared, I had life in it. I asked one of the officers, I said, man, where does this come from? You know what I'm saying? I mean, did I do something wrong? Did I mess with something? He said, man, somebody hating on you. They wrote a kite on you. Anybody know what a kite is? Let me explain what a kite is. A kite is a referral that an inmate can get and write and tuck it and put it in a grievance box, put it in the put it in their hands. It don't even matter about you. Now some kites you can send to your friends and stuff. They're just friend. But a kite, man, you put a kite out on you. You got this written up on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. That's how they fight in the chain gang. Listen, even gang members, y'all. Even some gang members. If some gang members don't want to deal with you, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna shoot kites on you. You could be another gang and get y'all all off the compound so they can take over. You know what I'm saying? Why go into a fight and pull out knives and I can just write a piece of paper? These dudes ain't illiterate, they smart. You understand what I'm saying? And it ain't about just hating all the time, man. Put some congratulations in your life. See, congratulating people builds their spirit and builds your spirit. People don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be self-aware and conscious of myself at all times. You know what I'm saying? I want to build myself to the higher height. So when I see a dude doing this thing, I congratulate. Man, I met some of the best people by stepping to a dude like, man, listen, man, I like your shoes, dog. I like this. I like that type of vibe you got. Dude be like, man, bet that up, man. Where you from? And we just kick it from there. Next you know, I got a partner with me, man. I got a friend. Or I got another connection that I can use to get where I need to go if I need to go there. You know, this dude might work in education. I might need some stamps. I might need, you know, to be a part of some kind of, you know, bakery or some kind of food festival. They might have a party over there. I want to come. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not invited. So it's good to make friends and that, but you can't do that hating. But you can do it congratulating. So I want y'all to take the time to think about, man, listen, who have I hated on? Because some of you players out there, some of you dudes out there that think y'all got it going on, that got it together, y'all done hated on some people. Man, one of the worst things I ever seen was at the visiting park in prison. Oh my goodness. I had a visit one day, and my dog, he had a visit. So we was like double dipping. You know what I'm saying? We were hanging out. Man, listen, a female walked into that visiting park. She was so bad, everybody in there just stopped doing what they doing. So, you know, my friend and my partner friend, it was in front of us. So we looked at her. I was like, dang. I mean, she was arrested. I was like, dang, she is a beautiful girl. You know, but I got my girl, my bread and butter in front of me. You know, I'm not gonna be looking at this girl here when I got her, because she looking at me, seeing if I'm gonna look over there at her. But while she was looking, I looked for a minute. And I came back before she came back, right? So the first thing my friend girl and my girl say was, dang, they let her come in here like that? They wouldn't let me come in here with my hands. I'm like, man, straight up hate on rip. Every girl in that visiting park that seen that girl hated on. You can see it in the eyes. This girl, she come in here and get my man. I don't know why they let her wear that in here. They don't let me wear my clothes that tight. And I was like, man, why y'all hating on the girl? Why don't y'all congratulate when she could, girl, I like your hair. Girl, your shoes look nice. I'm like, where you get them from? You know what I'm saying? Why the hate? Why not congratulate? Man, listen, y'all out there in society, because I'm out here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm out here right now. You feel me? And I give my congratulations and my props to those of you out here, female or male, that's doing your thing and handling your business, taking back what was took from you. See, a person that's redeemed know what was stolen from them. See, I know everything that was taken out of me. That's why I want it back. I want it back. I want it back. And in these stories, I learned how to get it back. I learned how to get it back. I learned what was taken from me, or what can be taken from me if I'm not paying attention. See, you know what? Sometimes you gotta congratulate yourself sometimes too. Pat yourself on the back. You don't need nobody else to praise you. Praise yourself. Just don't be a hater, man. Please, do not be a hater, man. And those of y'all in prison, don't be hating on people out there that's doing their thing, man, that's trying to. Congratulate them, especially if you see a dude who's living for the Lord, who's trying to do the right thing and trying to make waves. Congratulate him, man, because you might be the voice that propel him to the next level where God want to take him. Listen, I ain't gonna stay on long tonight, but I miss y'all, absolutely. I want y'all to be redeemed just like me. I want y'all to be a king. I want y'all to stand up and let people know where you at. Don't be hating out here. Don't be hating out here. Because listen, next day they're gonna be putting both sides in y'all foreheads because people who hate. Absolutely. Congratulate, baby. And remember, man, to comment, subscribe, man. Comment, like, and subscribe. And share with your friends. I'm finna go live in a minute and I want y'all to join me, man. My fan base, those who I love. And I salute all y'all who subscribe for me. I salute all of y'all, man, because y'all real. Thank you. Peace out. JD, Redemption King.